episode 5 of our journey, into purpose. We've been talking about purpose for the last 5 weeks, and we've been looking at different dynamics of purpose. This is Authentic Life 360. Our goal is to educate you so that you can lead a meaningful life. And there's no way you can actually lead a meaningful life without understanding purpose or working in your purpose. Purpose is the reason for being. That's the reason for your existence. The reason you can go home comfortably and sit down on your couch and watch your TV is because that TV was built for a purpose, so that it can reflect and show some things. Your TV is not meant to cook your food. Your TV is not meant to warm your house or cool your house. It's for entertainment. So it's going to be wrong for you to be expecting something other than that from your TV. And that is the journey of purpose that we've been talking about. It's very, very powerful that you listen to this episode over and over again so that you can learn from it, so that you can adjust your life as much as you can and keep going. We've talked about you've got to have a picture of a preferred future ahead of you and journey towards it. Without that, you will not get to where you ought to be. Because if there's not a goal, in mind, you can't have a plan. The reason we love sport is because there's a goal. In few weeks now, there will be Olympics. Everybody is gunning towards towards something. So they keep on preparing, and because they have a goal in mind. It's very, very important. And I have with me today Mane Shidale. You know him. He's a man that needs no introduction. And we've been very, very deep man. And we've been having, that real talk about purpose. Today, we want to look at cultivating self-discovery as part of the purpose. Last time we were here, we were talking about change.
Change, right.
How we can navigate change and transition with grace and resilience.
Yes.
And we look at that at different angle. That sometimes when something happens to us, it brings about shock. Mm-hmm. But instead of us trying to fight back, we need to, withdraw, stay back, ground ourselves again, reflect,
right,
and then begin to look at action plans.
Right.
That sometimes change comes as a detour, but change never meant to stop you. Mm-hmm. That sometimes change are forced on us,
right,
without our input. Mm-hmm. But sometimes change happens, and sometimes we have to lead the change.
Right.
It's very, very important. So please listen to the last episode so that you can gain, because we'll go back to that now. We will not stop. So let's talk about, I don't know if you want to add anything to that before we move on to the...
At least I think in that episode, it just meant to give one an insight to inspire someone. You can always seek further help. Doesn't mean that's the entire solution, but just to give an insight. Mm-hmm. And then just listen to that. And if you have any comment, then you can leave a comment. And if you need help, you can reach out. Then we can find how we can help on that too, right?
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about cultivating self-discovery. How do we discover ourselves? What can we do? How do we do self-reflection and retrospection? Because that's very, very powerful. How do we uncover our hidden talent, passion, and interest? How do we embrace our authenticity of self-acceptance, as we journey towards our purpose? Because self-discovery, the purpose of self-discovery is to help us come to that place of self-acceptance.
Right.
Knowing that I cannot do everything. Mm-hmm. But the fact that I cannot do everything does not mean I cannot do something.
Right.
And sometimes we judge ourselves based on what we cannot do.
Right.
That's human thinking.
Right.
Oh, I can't do this, so that means I am not good.
Yes, and that's where the point about authentic self, comes into place. Not a self that's been conditioned, and not a self that one has defined as based on conditioning, circumstances, other people's opinion, right? But that authentic self, that's who we really are.
The essence of who we are, our
Yes,
being, yeah, our
which is
core.
our skills. You know, those are the gifts that we have been given to come and give out in this world. Those are, we're talking about the passion. You know, we're talking about, one's desire, true and core desire. You know, that's discovering that is so key and important to helping one to be able to know where who one is and being able to fit in. Back to the point that somebody might think, oh, you're not good at doing that, but that might not be you. Back to my point that maybe someone is trying to make you who you are not. And there's no way you can be someone, live a purposeful life, being something or expressing something one is not.
It's very, very important because today or some few days ago, I was thinking about that our gift, our talent is a pointer to our purpose.
Right.
You know, your skills, your ability, what can you do well? What is it that you excel at? Those are some things that can help us. Because it's when we begin to exhibit or manifest our purpose, that's where we are in our element.
Right.
So, and those has to do with you express your purpose with your ability, your skills, your talent.
Right.
You know, let's talk about that, because if people don't know not only who they are, but what they have, because what we have is to complement who we are.
Right. Right.
And most of the time we define ourselves, who we are, by what we can do, and that can be faulty because we've not really truly explored all of ourselves.
Right. That's a very, very important point to point out. That, for example, maybe where one was raised, there were no opportunities to express one's authentic self. And one might be thinking, okay, what can I do? Okay, maybe I should just go study sociology. Or maybe I'm just talking career-wise. Or maybe you're in a community where everybody in that community loves to play sport. But sports is not your stuff. So when people gather together to talk, they talk about sport. But you're not a sport guy. Then when people want to talk about this, say anything, give any opinion about one, they're going to generalize. Right? And one can start okay, what's wrong with me? Or perhaps you just want to join the conversation, but you're not happy. You're not, people are doing well with what they are doing, don't know how to do sport, but for you, no. Then one can see one as very useless. Back to your first point. Who am I? What can I do? So that's why it's important that being able to identify one's strength might not necessarily to play the sport. Maybe that person is just very good at sales and marketing. So if that person knows about sales and marketing, so where people are saying, okay, let's just play free sport, people can come and enjoy it. If that person is engaging in their core strength of sales and marketing, that person now start coming with an idea, okay, let us create an event, let us start selling tickets. That person will be the person that's going, knocking from door to door, selling ticket.
So even though he cannot play the sport,
but he's engaging.
It's engaging.
It's part of the purpose.
And it's part of that sport too.
It's not okay. You don't know how to play soccer or you don't know how to play tennis or whatever. That's not your own calling. That's not your own strength.
And that doesn't make you useless.
That doesn't make you useless. So that's the point. So, but if you want to generalize, okay, everybody's playing sport here, comparing, then one will start having that belief in or unnecessary stuff where one will start possibly engaging in what one is not meant to do.
Yeah, it's very, very important because we are talking about self-discovery. Is our responsibility.
Right.
And like you said, there are a lot of things that could condition a person from discovering, from unfolding. To discover something means to bring it out.
Right.
To to shed light on it. You know, to search for something and find it.
Right.
You know, to is covered. Then you remove the covering.
Yeah.
It's discover.
Right. So it's like it's there. It's like it's eaten. Then it takes a lot of, when it comes back to different techniques and the questions and all the stuff we can do as tools and stuff like that. Just being at peace, knowing yes, I have something special.
And it starts from that. I have something special in me.
In me, and that something special might be something that is just natural. That's the point. It's natural. That it's not going to make more sense to you that, okay, can this be special? When you tell somebody you're an orator, they say, I love to talk. And somebody sees them, so, oh, I love the way you talk. And it's like, I'm just talking, right? So, right. And so someone, oh, you love how to teach very well. So I'm just teaching. Right. So
it's natural, and that's why maybe some of us don't value it.
Exactly. So that's my point. So I have something special, which is natural to me. So being able to gain insight to it, that this is my core strength, that I am here to do what? To express. That's the point.
And some people are very creative. Let's look at people who love to cook.
Thank you.
They just cook.
They just love to cook.
Yeah, it
exactly.
doesn't bother them.
It doesn't bother them. They know, okay, then they, apart from that, apart from being bothering them, they know how to, put different ingredients together and, come on, taste this. They cooked the same meal yesterday, different taste today. Different tastes yesterday. So if they ask them to continue to cook the same meal every day, they're going to bring out something different.
That's very, very interesting. Because
which is natural. They don't study it. They don't. It's just coming natural.
They're just manifesting themselves.
Right. Exactly.
So self-discovery then precedes manifestation, because you are just bringing. Like they say about Joseph, he has clothes of many colors. So you are bringing, it's one cloth but many colors, and it's one you, but you are expressing yourself in different ways. Even though it's one thing today, and that's one thing about when we understand who we are, when we operate in our core strength, everything is new, everything is changing, and that is. I will express something. See, in heaven, when the angels talk about God and say glory, 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 God is revealing an aspect of Himself that they have not seen before, and they are just wow, wow. So when we live in our authentic self, we need to come to that place where we're just wow, and you just say, no, I'm just cooking.
Exactly.
But you are wowing. You say, wow, what a taste.
Right.
Is it not the same? Wow.
Right.
Glory.
Right.
Glory. So self-discovery then is about manifesting our glory.
And when we now link that back to change and transition, we now realize that when one is living a purposeful life, one is constantly changing.
Wow.
Because, yes, you're just in that process of just allowing that nature to just continue to express. You can express in a different mode today and manifest in different mode, but the same thing. So that's what we're talking about. That example of that glory is like. That wow is like every day, every moment is like manifesting.
So you get better as you go along.
Yes.
And that is, when you see, even like when we look at what we've discussed over the years, and then we look at the insight that we've gained or that we have released, when you look at what we're discussing right now, even about the same subject, we've grown.
Right. Exactly. So that's what I say. So that's why we're talking about that change. That change just comes naturally, right?
And then we just
because one is walking. It's a flow, right? It says nothing should be static. It's always moving. It's always changing. It's always changing. So it's like growth, transitioning. When one is living in that strength, it's like, okay, today, okay, I am able to get 50% done. If you're able to do it very well, tomorrow improvements is as I'm working on that, I should be able to do more and growth. So it's like improving that way. So then it's going to be difficult for one to define your performance, your expression, But the core thing that you can say is, I am good at this. I am good at doing this. I love doing this. That's self-discovery.
Yeah, and I love that. So self-discovery is not static.
No.
It's just it's about, like you said, changing and
Yeah,
manifesting.
Doing it's like, I love preaching. I love teaching. I love talking. I love singing. So singing is an action verb. Like, it's something that's constantly changing, growing.
Because you are pushing yourself without even knowing.
Natural. Yes.
You're just challenging yourself, and it's not a daunting thing. You know, and when you have a mentor, they keep on speaking to your core.
Right.
They keep on speaking to, and that is why I've noticed that, you know, some people get bitter, you know, get frustrated when they maybe present something and somebody said, no, this is not good enough. And they get, but
Exactly.
But what they are trying to tell you is that you can do more.
Yeah, exactly.
Think deeper, bring something
Exactly.
new.
Exactly. And as we're just talking, self-discovery is so deep, sir, that when in the scripture, when it says we are created in the image and the likeness of God, that means we are one with God. So it's like discovering
that makes us look like God. That makes us God.
That attribute of God in us that we are meant to be expressing. So once we link to it, you now realize that you're not the one doing it anymore, that there's a force that you just stay connected. You're not connected with. That one's true, authentic self that is linked back to our Creator.
I love this. I love this. Let's talk about that a little bit. I love this. Right. So we are one with Him.
Right.
So self-discovery then is discovering the attribute of God in us.
Yes.
I love that.
Because we're expressing.
Yeah, right. Because we are created in the image of God. So self-discovering is discovering the God in us.
Yes. That thing, that gift, that nature of God that God has deposited in us. That says, Emmanuel, this is what you should express. It's like connecting back to God.
So if I don't discover myself, I will not be in perfect alignment.
No.
And there's no way I can lead an authentic life.
There's no way.
Because it's just going to be, I'm going to be living a fake, inauthentic life.
Yeah, so that means that thing that is already deposited in one's mind, soul, and spirit has not been uncovered, has not been activated, and it's just still lying there dormant.
That's powerful. So, self-discovery. So we want to challenge you then. There's a deposit of God in you. There's an attribute of God in you that you need to express. But if you cannot express what you have not discovered.
Right. Which comes to that. So that's what we call the talent or the skills.
So our authenticity then is revealed in what we bring to the table. The real us.
The real. So it comes through that, what we know how to do. And it's going to be, you now see that thing wants to be expressed in what is called a passion. It's just love.
To express that.
That love is a force of nature. It's a divine force. That is beyond an individual.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
It's beyond an individual. So it's like, oh yes, I just surrender to life. And let life flow in me and through me. So that's why you can sit down. You are thinking something in the morning before noontime.
It's manifesting.
It's manifesting. And the following day is something else.
So if we don't discover ourselves, then we are going to be limited.
That's the point, sir. So that's where the static, living a static life, complaining, and somebody's trying to, just imagine somebody, you have a piece of heart here that you just created, and you don't want anybody to talk about it. You don't want anybody to criticize it. And this is what I've, created is perfect. As opposed to, oh, look what I've done. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? That if that person is living their own purpose, living their own life, and you show that person, oh, it can be this, it can be that. Now imagine everybody living that kind of life. see how we're going to be expressing God. Beauty.
Different colors, different manifestation
Yes.
at different times.
Right.
And nobody will be without.
No.
So that means if I'm not expressing my authentic self, or I'm not walking that path of self-discovery, I am depriving people around me, my word too, of myself and my grace.
And if one is not also even living one's authentic self, then we're going to be frustrating someone that's
that is living their authentic.
when you look at the story of Joseph and his brother in the Bible, Joseph, God has given him that the ability to be able to dream and interpret and even manifest. And he's not sharing his gift. And his brother is like, no, we're not going to allow you to fulfill that. See? Just now imagine if, I don't know, I'm not judging, but if, for example, somebody in them knew, okay, yes, I can join hand with you and express my own calling. That means I can find how my own strength and passion is linked to yours. Then this one also think, yes, I can see, oh yes, now imagine what that family would have become as opposed to let us try and
pull him down.
Kill this person.
So life itself then is a team sport.
So that's what I'm saying, sir, that it's like we're all created in the image and the likeness of God with the deposit and the spark of God in us. So the moment everybody's living that, it's like look at the ray of the sun. It's coming like a source, but it's going in the different direction that way, shining, and it's shining brighter to
everybody.
everywhere. Now imagine there's a cloud that's blocking the direct ray of that sunlight. That place that's been blocked is going to be blocked, but you're still going to see that part that's not obstructed, still what? Shining. So so it's like we are this spark, like, we all created that way, connected to God. And if one is not living that essence,
and living that essence to actually know who we are.
it's exactly.
It starts from there.
It's that consciousness. That discovery, okay, this is it. Then become conscious of it. Then start working in it. Start growing in it. Start manifesting it.
Unfortunately, many people grow up in an environment where, especially in homes where parents don't have any clue about this. So let's help them. What are some things that you can do when you see something in your children? Nurture it. Anything that is good, where they are displaying something that is natural. They might be gifted in organizing. Instead of you condemning them or blaming them or shouting on them, help them to express that. Help them to nurture it. They might be good at talking. Create an environment for them. Help them to create a form around it. Because that is where structure comes in. And that's why we say somebody is informed. It's about forming the instruction.
Right.
Because, parents have a role to play. Even spouses too have a role to play. Even friends, church members have a role to play in helping people around you discover their real self, their talent, their ability. Giving things to them based on their strength, not setting them up for failure.
Exactly. And I think that's so important. I think we already talked about this during the COVID time, maybe last year when we talked about how we can help those kids. I think where we should start from, the parents should start from, is, they have been developing this mindset that this is what I want my child to be. And this is how we can start to, to project, force image or self to our kids. So it's more or less like just be neutral, knowing for sure that this kid has got something that is unique to him or her. So it's not all about the money. Fulfillment doesn't come from having a lot of money. It comes from living out our purpose. All right. So when it comes to that place, okay, just take a moment and study and find out and see how, you can discover what that child is good at. Sometimes you will possibly see them, they talk. That's the passion. That's how you can easily, discover one's talent through one's passion. A kid that loves to talk about sport, you will know. A kid that loves to play music, you will know. A kid that loves to dance, you will know. Don't just shred that dancing. Just laugh it out. It's about, discover this. That's how we can help our kids.